Business for Aleppo's bus drivers is bad. The only passengers they have are people who have no choice moving to and from the rebel-controlled east of the city. It's just not safe to travel.
We haven't stopped working because this is our livelihood. We need to feed our children. Already 4 drivers have been killed on the road, which is extremely dangerous to use.
Castello Road is now one of the most dangerous in Syria. It's the only way people who live in the opposition-controlled east can leave or bring in supplies. Syrian government troops and their allies are positioned not far from here. Rebels have been holding off their advance for weeks now. The opposition hasn't been able to stop the almost constant airstrikes and artillery shelling.
They are targeting the road with different rockets and shells. Syrian and Russian planes are also carrying out strikes. They haven't been able to close the road on the ground, so they control from the skies.
That has been enough to cause shortages in desperately needed medical supplies in a city under constant fire, and a city where there is a lack of doctors and equipment.
We have faced difficulties getting medicine, and we face danger when transporting the severely wounded and sick to Turkey. 2 weeks ago, a medical team was targeted on the road.
Residential areas inside Aleppo are also targets. Hundreds have been killed in recent months. It's not the first time the Syrian government and its allies are trying to encircle Aleppo. They have mounted several offensives in recent months, but they have all failed. What they did manage to do is impose a partial siege. It's adding to the suffering of those Syrians who still live in the rebel-held east. Some estimates say more than 300,000 people are barely surviving in the impoverished and destroyed neighborhoods.
The dollar keeps fluctuating. The regime wants to kill and starve civilians.
So far, pro-government forces have been unable to complete the encirclement of Aleppo. The narrow corridor of territory through which Castello Road passes is what is so far preventing a total siege being imposed on Aleppo. Zeina, Khodr, Jazeera, Gaziantep.